Welcome to the Hoop Lounge, your new favorite podcast. I am your host, the name Uno, and we locked in with Drew and Laker Bill. We here live every Tuesdays and Thursdays with score storylines and all the hot takes. So let's tap in, lace up, and let the tip off begin. And tonight we're gonna start off with the Laker game from last night. Lakers lost to the Spurs in the quarterfinals of the joint
Yeah,
Yeah,
of the cup. Kind of threw me off because they ain't had the court.
the court. Yeah,
I was expecting to see the court, but I know Luka was complaining about it. Lakers lost to the Spurs 132 to 119. The Spurs were led by Castles 30 and Kerryon Johnson 17 off the bench. Luka had 38, 35, 8 and 5, and LeBron had 19, 8 and 9. What were y'all takes of the Laker game? I was in the building, so I'll let y'all
mm,
go with y'all first, or
okay.
yeah, and then I'll give my synopsis after. So, Bill,
Yeah,
what you think of the Laker game?
Lakers was buns last. I mean, from the start of the game, buns. Energy was low, trash. You know, I don't. I think it's a lot of the stuff that we brought up to where when the ISO ball's not necessarily working, can you generate enough stops and enough points? And I don't know if the. I think that the rumors that are circling around about the Lakers needing to make moves. I think that we were ahead of the curve on that, to where it's like the Lakers got to do something to improve this team's chances of maybe winning a championship or even getting to the conference finals. The game just showed our lack of athleticism, um, just from like getting up and down. And this did not look like a team that was bought in to whatever the game plan was. It just didn't look like that from my perspective. Of course, Luka's gonna get his numbers, and sometimes his numbers have that impact, and sometimes his numbers don't have that impact. And I think that last night was one of those nights to where he got to his number, but his numbers didn't have the impact. And you're playing against a San Antonio team that's a lot deeper, and they're deeper at places to where the Lakers kind of struggle at. Earlier in the season, we beat San Antonio, right, with the Wemby and all of that. But I would say that the team is more predictable with Wemby, obviously, because you would want to like get him the ball, than they are when he's not there, and you're dealing with Castleton, Fox, Dylan Harper, Keldon Johnson, a bunch of guys to where you're like, oh, this doesn't scare me. You should watch them. And then you end up losing by 30. So that's my take on it.
yeah. I'll say this. I think there's a little bit of a shift that LeBron's gonna start getting his attempts up again, and he ain't just gonna be sitting back, right? But that's not the thing that bothered me really. And I told you it was, and it's bad because he had a good game, but he's still the problem. Marcus Smart does not need to be taking 16 shots.
He does when AR is trash.
I
Yeah.
get that. I get that, but this is the thing that I'm saying with that is yes, AR had one of those games, right? But I think AR had one of those games because he only shot one free throw, and this is my problem that I say with the Lakers. We have a situation where we're so foul baity that when they don't call it, that's where Austin Reeves gets going. Is on the line, so now you can't touch him, and now he gets those middies and those threes off. But the reason why I say Smart getting those shots were the problem is because you still have to give your second star, third star player shot attempts. You getting more shot attempts than LeBron and as many shot attempts as Austin Reeves, I don't like that. I think LeBron shot 50%. Give him 5 more attempts. Give him 6 more attempts.
Yeah.
Smart, you come off of 6 attempts. Give that to LeBron. And now LeBron has to force it, but LeBron shot 6 free throws that game. I think out of 6 attempts, LeBron can get 2 more free throws because he is getting those more attempts. And then you can give a couple more attempts to Reeves. I think it's just an overcompensation. Jake LaRavia didn't play. He played like 6 minutes, 8 minutes, something like that. You had a whole bunch of other people that didn't play because you changed. Like I'm real big on just, hey, if this is what we gonna do, let's just do it. Like if we gonna play Austin Reeves and let him take a bunch of shots, Luca take a bunch of shots, Braun take a bunch of shots, and the rotation is gonna look the same way. Don't overcompensate when a Marcus Smart is available again
Yeah.
because the Marcus Smart being available, people will live with Mark. As you can see, they will live with Marcus Smart taking those shots. Marcus Smart had the best game he's had in 4 years, and the Lakers lost by 30. So I think it's better to just let the other guys get going. DeAndre Ayton wasn't involved because they're more willing to let Marcus Smart shoot those shots. I think you got to just force teams to play us the way that they've been playing us, the way that we've been getting rolling. And, sometimes the Lakers do have these types of games where they just don't seem interested and they just kind of come out flat. And you could kind of see that from like, well, Uno, you was there, but you probably seen that during like warm ups, layup lines, stuff like that. You was probably like, they ain't coming out the way they need to be coming out to try to see if they can go to Vegas. And, they haven't been really playing well the last couple games. They've been winning some, but they haven't been playing well. And it's always going to be on the defensive end. But if you crutch yourself offensively by not just forcing it to your star players, that I feel like the Lakers should just do, then defensively, when offensively when you don't score, and then defensively you can't stay in front of nobody, then it's gonna be spooky hours. You can't stay in
Yeah,
front of nobody.
that was the biggest thing that I took away from the night was my girl don't know nothing about basketball. And the first thing out her mouth, like when we was watching it, she was like, "Damn, I didn't realize there was so much running. Like they just going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth." Like I was like, "Yeah, it's like soccer." She's like, "Nah, it's more. Like
Right,
they're
way
running
more.
way they're running way more." Like, and I'm like, "Yeah." Like
Yeah.
watching it, I have kind of different takes when you're in the building versus watching it in from TV.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of the game looks different. You know what I
For
mean?
sure.
Like the game looks different. Now I was in a box, so I'm still looking at it from a broadcast view,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like on top. You know what I mean? Like I'm
Yeah,
like right on top in proximity
yeah.
of these niggas. So
Can't guard.
smart. The biggest take is no one's guarding anybody. No one's guarding nobody. No one's guarding no one. There was a point in time where I swear there wasn't a missed shot. Like there wasn't a missed shot on the Spurs side. And I looked and I was like, well, yeah, it makes sense. They have 34 to end the quarter. They ain't missed they not in the first quarter. It was 34 points.
Yeah,
Like so, they're not missing any shots. Castle was going completely nuclear. And then at one point I was watching and what I was watching for the Spurs was I found myself not looking at the game when they was like playing. I found myself looking at who was in and being like, who's gonna come in for them? And then like, okay, they're sitting this nigga now. Like they sat Fox.
Mm-hmm.
They sat Fox like into like the first quarter, maybe like 5 minutes in the
Yep.
going to the first quarter. Castle gets into foul trouble. So they sit Fox, put in Harper, then Fox, and then Castle does a foul literally the next possession. They bring Fox back in. So now it's Fox and Harper when it was just Fox and Castle. But now Harper
Has
the ball. And
Yeah.
he's running
Oh.
the show with the rock. And I'm like, okay, hold on. Then they take out Fox. I swear to God, bro. After the third quarter, I know he played.
Yeah.
I know he played. But there comes a point and there was like 4 minutes in the third quarter for the rest of the game.
Mm.
I don't think I saw Fox in the game.
Yeah.
Like, I know he was playing
Yeah.
because there's no way they just benched him like that. But I don't remember in my mind him doing nothing. So it was
all
just
Castle.
it was Castle and it was Harper.
Harper.
Yeah.
And then I found myself saying, is this nigga Kerryon Johnson got a wet ball?
Yeah.
Because he looked like Desmond Bain. Like
Yeah.
the way they was chasing him and the way he was shooting, I was like, yo, he looked like he Bain out here. So, but when with Marcus, to me, I don't put so much on Marcus because AR he was literally out there for cardio.
6 for 16, I think, something like that.
It don't even feel like he shot 16 shots.
Yeah.
If he shot 16, I'm surprised. If that was his stat line, I'm
6 for
surprised.
16. 6 for 16.
It did not look like that boy shot 16 shots.
Yeah.
At all. It looked like he was literally just
Running.
running back.
Well, that's the
and
thing.
forth.
He was foul baiting 5 of them.
Yeah. And
So it's like you don't get that. That don't look like a shot attempt. It looks like it should be a call. I ain't getting it. So I'm just running.
right.
And he was running. And so when Marcus was on his run, one, you have to put him in. You need defense.
Yeah, you gotta play him.
Somebody got to stop somebody. And somebody got to stop somebody. And I'm watching him getting picked. When he comes into the game, we was down 15. D-Hop was killing whoever the fuck was on this dude. He was killing whoever was on him. They bring in Marcus and Hart. That's when Castle starts eating.
Yeah.
Because Smart was locking Hart down.
Can't guard everybody.
Can't
But
go
he
there.
can't guard everybody. So
Right.
now I'm watching Bron get picked and roll, but they picking on who was they picking on? I think they was picking on Bron. I think they was picking on
Yeah.
Bron. I think
Rui.
they started. I think Rui. It was Rui.
It was
Rui,
Rui,
was Rui.
but they were isoing Braun because they don't want Braun in the help. Because
Yeah.
Braun is the best help defender ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you have LeBron in the help, Braun can start moving and putting people over here and there. So if you make him guard the ball,
Yeah.
Rui's giving up stuff, AR giving up stuff. It was AR too. AR was giving up stuff.
He was getting
But
cooked. He was
I
getting
didn't
cooked.
realize
Cooked.
because I had the same thing. I was like, oh, Fox really ain't out there. Like,
Nah,
how we not in the, I'm like, how we down 30? Fox not out there. Until we went on our run and we cut it to like 8. And then Fox ISO'd for that 3. And I said, oh, they do got
No,
Fox.
they do have Fox. It's no, because that's what he kept. That's what he was doing in the beginning of the game when they sat him. He
Yeah.
would get the ball, and I was thinking in my head, when did this nigga become such a mid-range player? Because that's all he kept shooting. Like he would not get to a layup. He would not shoot a 3. He was literally just coop, fade an ugly midi,
Spin,
cash.
fade, midi in the
And I
paint.
was like, oh, I don't like his game, but he's nice. I don't like his game, but he's nice.
He got like I don't know.
It's fluke.
It's a faster, more like hunting SGA midi that like John Wall. It's like a John Wall that.
How tall is he?
6'4",
Yeah, 6'3".
How tall is Brunson?
5'10",
5'10", 5'11".
5'11", 6 foot
They play the same.
for sure.
I think that Brunson.
They play exactly the same.
I think
Just
Brunson.
one's taller. That's all he was doing the whole game. That's all he was doing the whole game, bro. He was going boom, 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 hoo, 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 and still a step back midi. And I'm like, bro, this shit is like.
But he
hard
not
drive left, spin back,
jumping on
midi.
midi. I seen him catch and do a standstill mid when free throws. Like, we giving up free throws here.
I didn't know Wimby wasn't playing.
Yeah, nah. What I think they came out with that late, like right before the game, that he wasn't gonna play because he warmed up.
He just got ramped up. He just got ramped up before the Lakers game. So he should play against OKC, and that's smoke.
Yeah, because he was warming up, and I didn't see. I saw, because you know.
Yeah.
You know. So what we got when we got down there, I seen that boy is huge.
Yeah.
Huge. Like different huge.
Like scary huge.
You're scary huge, bro. And it's like, like you are like, you would make me never want to play basketball. Cause like I couldn't score on you. Like I was looking at him, sizing him up in my mind of like, how would I score on you? And there's no way you're scoring on him. Like, and then I was watching him warm up. Buddy was getting the threes off. And he started, it wasn't at the best clip because he was frustrated for whatever he was mad about something. I could tell he was just mad about something. But when he was shooting, he hit like 4 in a row. And then went to another spot, hit 4 in a row. Go to another spot, hit 4 in a row. And then I was thinking in my head, like, this nigga 7'8".
Yeah.
Like he's shooting like this at 7'8". Yeah. So even if he's missing the fifth one, maybe wherever the myth he'll make because he's shooting 5 to make he's shooting 5. So he's making 4 of them. So if he's making 4 in a row or making 3, then 2, like whatever, he's shooting 5. Making 4 every time. So he was, I guess, getting mad that he was kept missing. But the fifth one. But this nigga, I was thinking like, bro, you don't have to shoot a jumper.
No.
A day in your life.
No.
And you could get 30.
Absolutely.
Like you are the biggest thing I've ever seen, like ever. And watching LeBron James do that dunk was absolutely the most craziest thing I've ever seen in my life in person. And it was super lit, super lit to see. Just because it's one thing when you watching it on TV. It's like one thing when you watch it on TV, but they be running.
Yeah.
Like when you're there, you don't realize how much there is. TV slows the game down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like when you're watching it on TV, the game is slow. It's not like it's a track meet. In real life, it's a track meet. They just running miles back and forth, just back and forth, back and forth. So you don't really see plays develop like that. You don't really see how they develop. You just kind of, when he was running, you kind of just looking like he's running. Like he's just like, and then he jumps, and it's like, oh, there's 2 niggas down there. Oh, and then he punched on them, like I was like, oh, like this is crazy. Like this is absolutely insane. And I'm in the box with some rich family that we don't know. It's just me and wifey in there, and with a bunch of other people in their family. They all know each other. I'm juiced in there. I'm screaming, yelling. Yeah. Cause I ain't never seen that in my life. I ain't never seen that. I just seen it on TV. I just seen it on TV. It's kind of like watching shit on TV is kind of like
it's watered down, bro.
You got a whole different perspective after watching Bron watching Kobe when I was younger is one thing because I was young, right? I saw Kobe hit the game-winning shot over D Wade, and everybody went crazy. I saw D Wade hit the shot. I'm going for Miami. I see D Wade hit the shot. I'm in the box screaming. As a kid, yeah, talking shit. I seen Kobe come down one-legged off the glass in Staples Center game, and it was lit. It was lit. But as a kid, you don't really like appreciate moments for real. Like you're like, oh, Kobe just hit a game winner. Like you don't appreciate the moment.
Yeah.
For some reason, that dunk.
Yeah,
we lost by 40, nigga. But I'm low key thinking like after that dunk, I was low key looking at my girl like, we could go. I got my tickets worth right here. We can go for real.
Hey,
we're not coming back. She was like, you don't think we're coming back?
No.
Said I watched too many Laker games. We're not coming back. I said, what quarter is it? Fourth quarter just started. We was down 10 or 20.
Yeah, 18.
I said no, 18. I said we're not coming back.
No.
No, we don't operate that way. We're not a team that operates that way.
If we was down 8, then we gonna stay.
We staying for sure. We staying. If we was up 3, we gonna win. There's a stat already that the Lakers has only lost one game when they go into the fourth quarter up. So if we go into the fourth quarter up, we gonna win 90% of the time. So I'm gonna stay because it's a dub.
Yeah, but we down 20. Let's get out of
here.
We
down 20. We don't have no players that play like that. We don't got nobody. We don't have a defender. Sweaty. We not stopping nobody. We don't have no certified 60 clip. Nobody.
We ain't got nobody that's gonna come out here and hit 4 threes in a row outside of the 3 guys that they guarding. Sweaty guarding.
And it's got to be fast threes. I'm talking just check it out real quick. I'm pulling. Yeah, we ain't got that. we ain't got that.
Yeah, but one thing I want to bring up about San Antonio was, man, you really look at them and be like, man, I know why y'all cold. Y'all got Fox and Castleton and Castle. Then you got Vassell and you got Harper. And that's just 4 guys rotating for each other the whole thing, the whole game.
Yeah.
And then you got players like, you can either play Harrison Barnes when he hot, or you can play Keldon Johnson.
Well, Castle and Vassell look exactly the same. I didn't know who was warming up.
Yeah, they do.
I didn't know who was warming up. They both got the pineapple dreads. I didn't know
pineapple dreads with the dreads in the back.
I didn't know who was who. I thought them niggas was the same player.
Right.
Yeah.
Shooting the same, running the same, moving the same.
And they be doing that. San Antonio went got Keldon Johnson, drafted Sohan right behind him. They all, you know what I mean?
Sohan didn't even play.
He ain't even playing.
Barely. Play like 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
Then they
didn't even play.
Gonna go and get, for days like this to where Wemby ain't playing, we gonna go get Cornette. And like he gonna just be out there blocking and rebounding. Like they just go and just get a bunch of players who they could plug in. And that's why I'm gonna be actually interested to see that Thunder game, because those are 2 teams that are kind of like, the Thunder are more further along in their build, but you can tell that San Antonio is like looking at depth as the number one thing that they're trying to.
Well, the thing that's gonna make that game so dope is because most teams, most guards be scared to play up against OKC. Spurs guards ain't gonna be scared. They're gonna be like, all right, y'all gonna pick up.
I want to see.
I'm finna cook. That's how they think. That's how they think. So I'm gonna like this matchup, and then hopefully Wemby back. And Wemby back, he won't chat.
Is that who's next? Is that who's next? Is that what's the next game for the cup?
Yeah.
Oh, so we was gonna lose anyway.
Yeah, they trying to hype it. We was
gonna lose anyway.
And stay home. Ain't no use to going to this.
Don't play them.
We was gonna fly to Vegas to lose.
Don't play them 5 times. You might as well just keep playing them 3.
Yeah. They go add the extra L on your record. Go ahead, chill.
Yeah.
I
And
might
then
have to go to Vegas and go catch a game.
the San Antonio game gonna be jokes.
That
San
one's gonna be juice. That's the one to get.
The East is the Knicks
Orlando.
and Orlando.
Knicks should be able to walk right in there.
It's the semifinals right now.
Yeah, it's the
Okay. I'm starting to pick it up. They've been doing this cup for 2 years, and I just act like I know the rules.
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just act like I know what's going on. I have no idea what's going on. I have no idea when the tournament play is. I have no idea how they calculate undefeated when niggas is losing. Like, I have no idea how that works out.
Yeah, it's three divisions in each. The top 3 divisions get the bid, and then the 4th bid is whoever has the highest points out of everybody, right? So OKC was 1st seed, we were 2nd seed, and the Spurs won the bid. No, we played the Spurs at 3, and the Suns run the big, I think. Phoenix Suns won the bid to go play OKC, to lose to OKC. They won that bid to go lose.
Okay, so it was the Thunder versus the Suns.
Yeah.
And it was Spurs versus the Lakers.
Yeah.
Yep. And then winner of those go to Vegas
to play
each
whoever's
other
on the East, or whoever on the East.
Yeah.
Play each other. They play each other for the first game.
Yeah, for the semis.
And then it's a back. So you play semis, and then the very next night, you playing for the chip.
You playing for the chip. And it's going to be Knicks, OKC.
So who's on the other side?
It's going to
be Knicks versus Orlando. Is nasty.
Knicks versus Orlando?
Yeah.
Orlando going to win.
I think so, low key. I
think it's the Knicks.
Did Miami. I see, but Bane.
Now I'm invested. Now I'm a little invested. Now that I know what's going on, I'm a little invested now. I got Orlando, and winning the whole chip. I think the Thunder are gonna break the record this year, so I don't think they're gonna be losing anytime soon.
Y'all think that this Thunder team is gonna break the record, break the all-time record, and they're going to be the first team to sweep the table? They're gonna have.
Well, let's lead with the conversation that starts this conversation off, and then we'll expand it and go deeper into it. Jeff Teague on the 520 podcast came out and said that he believes that the 73-9 Warrior team is not better than the Thunder team. He's saying this year's Thunder team is better than the 73-9 Warrior team. I want to ask y'all, do y'all agree? Do y'all disagree? And then we can expand the conversation further and deeper and answer the questions that you asked.
I agree that this Thunder team probably better than that Warriors team, because that Warriors team that won 73 games wasn't even the best Warriors team that can. But the better team
wasn't. Yeah, 100%.
So, yeah, I think that this Thunder team is better than them. I think that this Thunder team is just built on depth, like we always bring about with the Thunder. They always draft well. So they caught the league in a place to where almost like the Golden State team did, though, because Golden State went 73 and 9 when
73-9
when the league was boo-boo.
It wasn't boo-boo.
That season, the league was Kobe's last season, no legs, boo-boo. You got 4 wins out of them. You got 4 wins out of San Antonio. You got 4 wins.
The league wasn't boo-boo, though.
Everybody knew
that was the best time for the point guards.
That year, Jay, everybody knew that it was going to be Cleveland and Golden State.
Yeah, but that was basketball up until now.
Oh, no,
so we can't say that was this boo-boo, because that was basketball up until now.
But
and then you have the anomalies like the Spurs that come and beat the pronounced dynasties, but those are the anomalies. But they got 5 of them, so they're not even anomalies.
So that's the reason why I said in that time, that season, the second best team in the East was who? Toronto.
It was
Yeah, well,
Toronto.
it didn't matter. It was Braun, and then whoever was going to come out the West, which was going to be the Warriors. But they had the Clippers, they had the Rockets, they had the Thunder. It
They
wasn't
had the
just
Spurs.
they had the Spurs. It wasn't just boo boo.
The Clippers was done. It was the Raptors.
They wasn't done. They was still. They had some life.
None.
I'm looking at their schedule. Well, I'm looking at their record. So the Warriors were 73-9.
Yeah,
The Spurs were second, 67-15. Then you had the Thunder that was 55-27. Clippers was 53-29. And then after that, it was pretty mid.
So
It was pretty mid.
that was the first season. Was that the first season that CP3 was with James Harden?
no, because he was with
No.
the Clippers. He was with the Clippers still.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Steph went the double behind the back, made him fall.
Yeah,
That's
I think
the
that's
year
the
before that.
error. That's the error.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, because I was just saying that they beat up on a Western Conference that was as weak as it's ever been.
But I don't think so. I don't
I get
think
what
so.
you're saying.
I don't think so. If you name the superstars, that's not a true statement. And if you name the teams of the era, that's not a true statement. We're disrespecting Memphis, but that's where. Or who is the other top five? Who was the other
Okay,
five?
so it went so the Clippers were 4 at 53-29.
Yeah.
The Blazers with CJ and Dame,
Okay.
44-38.
Never mind. Yeah. I don't like the Blazers too. So
Then
anything
you had
after
the Mavericks. You had the
Every
Mavericks 42
four-
and 40.
that,
Grizzlies was
Mavs,
42 and 40.
yeah, those
And then
bad.
the Rockets was 41 and 41.
Hey, can you look up who did Golden State lose to?
Okay, I can look that up. Yeah, I'm gonna look that up.
Who did Golden State lose to?
That doesn't matter. They're the best team of all time.
I know they lost to like
including-
Orlando or something like that. It was something.
They probably
it was
lost to
something.
all scrubs.
And what I'm saying is they swept through the West. Ain't nobody did that like that. Now, okay,
The Thunder are about to do that. And would you say that this is the weakest league?
They lost
Ever.
to Milwaukee, Dallas, so that's one West team. Denver, two West teams. Detroit, Portland. They got stomped by I think that's when Lillard had like 50.
Mhm.
And then the next time they played, Steph had 50, something like that. They lost to the Lakers. That's what young LA beat them. We stomped them by like 30. They lost to the Spurs. Dang, the Spurs were the only team that
All
kept them
West. All
under
West.
90.
All West, but like
And then they
two.
lost to Boston, and then they lost to Minnesota.
All
All right,
West, but two.
lost to 6 West teams and 3 East teams and whatever it's called, right? So I'll say
I
this.
thought it
To
was
answer
two,
your
but
question-
yeah, around there.
To answer your question, Jay, ain't this about as bad as the Western ever been?
What, right now?
Yes.
No.
I don't think the West is bad right now.
You only got 4 teams.
You always
I
only
don't
have
think the-
4 teams.
No. No.
You only always have 4 teams.
The 8 seeds back in the day used to
But
actually.
and we're talking about just the West 4 teams. You really only ever have 5 teams that could win the championship, and that's
Yeah.
what it is right now.
Okay,
Well-
let me start at the bottom. You said there's only 5 good teams now. Well, you said that the West is weak now.
Yeah,
Yes.
there's only 5.
Top 5 right now today.
Mhm.
OKC, Denver, Rockets, Lakers, Spurs.
Mhm.
That's solid. The next 5: T-Wolves, Sun, Warriors, Grizzlies, Mavs.
Buns. All 4.
I like the Suns, I like the T-Wolves, and I like the Warriors.
Are they
That's
good
8
teams?
teams.
Are they
That's
good?
8 good teams, I think.
Are they good teams? Yeah, but we could have did the same thing. When the records are
We
the
coulda-
records,
yeah,
we could do.
yeah.
That's the thing. We could do that for every team because we could say the 42-40 Dallas Mavericks team is because that's the same record that the goddamn Warriors are about to beat.
And the Warrior. And
So like it's tough for us to say that because they have Steph, but yeah, they had an old Dirk, and I got an old Steph, and both them old. So they both said the both teams suck. So it's like I feel like we only have 5 teams that for sure gonna win a chip. And now if you want to add more teams because of the East has gotten better. So you can add more teams.
All right, so this is what I'm asking. I guess this is what I'm asking y'all.
But y'all think the Thunder are gonna win no matter what?
Yes, they smart.
I don't believe in this team like everybody else does, but that's just me.
If they lose, if something happened to Shea,
they
all
done.
Off.
If something happens to anybody on that team in the playoffs, they done. In my opinion, you could deal with having a deep bench all day in the regular season. Now you got this. With all due respect, Cam Wallace got to guard Bron for 7 games. If J-Dub happens to get hurt again, or let's just take it off J-Dub and say he's here. Let's just say something happens again where he got to shoot only left-hand threes now. And niggas now see that he only can shoot left-hand threes. Let's say Shea gets hurt, or Shaq gets hurt, because his chest caved in because he still don't do enough push-ups. Let's see, like I don't know. Y'all are deep. For the regular season, it will suffice. It will get the job done when you have a monster dropping 36. When you have a monster getting 36, you can plug and play all day. You can plug and play all day. But then when it comes to the playoffs, we gonna watch. We gonna match. Let's just play the matching game. Let's play the matching game.
I'm gonna say this. This is what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna answer your question first. I do not think
in the East.
I do not think
out in the East ain't no Bron.
I don't think this OKC team is better than that Warriors team. I don't think so. I'm gonna go rock with that Warriors team. I'm rocking with Prime Clay, two-way that can get 60. I'm rocking with Steph that can get 60. And that was the best Draymond Green we've ever seen. Was a walk-in 25, 10, and 10. So I think I'm gonna go. I think I'm gonna go with that.
Crazy. He had
also
25 one game.
Hey, but he was capable. I'm gonna say this. You got Iguodala on that team. You got Bogut on that team.
Okay.
You had Sean Livingston on that team.
Okay. I like that.
Leandro Barbosa on that team. You had Harrison Barnes on that team.
Right.
That's not even adding like
David Lee,
Varejao, Festus Ezeli, Kevon Looney, Mo Spates. I think that team is way better than the team that's playing right now. Now, one thing I will say that makes this team playing now look crazy is because they're playing a style in the NBA that only like 4 other teams do, which is we're picking up full court. We're playing pestering defense. We switch. No, my fault. We don't switch everything unless it's under like 5 seconds, 10 seconds where you want to try to get a pick and roll and you still can't pick on nobody. But we're fighting over every screen. If we're gonna double on somebody off the ball, off a pick and roll, we're doubling. Like they play a style of play that only they play. The Trailblazers play like that now. You have the Pacers that play like that. And really, that's probably it. So there's the only two, and to me, those are the best defensive teams. There's other teams in like the top. Those 3 teams are in the top 10. And then the Spurs play like that.
Yeah.
And now the Spurs, whenever they get Wemby, they are number 1 because you can't score in the paint. Yeah. So you got to shoot all jumpers against them. So and then now to answer your question, I think they going back to back because in the playoffs, Like if they're being this sweaty and they're bumping and hitting and fouling already, and it's the regular season, you know they let you get that times two in the playoffs.
Yeah,
So it's gonna be more fouling.
for
It's
sure.
gonna be more fouling.
Back in.
You think I?
More, more.
You think I know what it is for me? Real shit. I think all this sounds. I think it really is truly that I hate that Warriors team so much
Yeah.
that any sniff of
Yeah.
of it being similar,
Yeah.
of something looking the same,
Yeah.
any new
Yeah.
dynasty coming in,
Yeah.
I don't
it
want
just I don't want it. I don't want
Yeah.
it. I don't want it. I don't want it. And I think I'm gonna always go for the team that's going against the Thunder. One, because they don't have an anomaly player that I like. Like they don't have a type of archetype that I like. Really
Yeah.
like. This is my type of vibe. So I can easily hate against them. Easily. And I think I will always continue to hate against the Thunder. And do I think they're better than the Warriors team? Yeah, because as Bill said, this ain't better than the Warriors team with KD.
Nope.
No, it's not.
And that
It's not.
Warriors team lost to LeBron. And this
And that
Warrior,
OKC that won ain't better than the team that won. I mean, the team that lost.
Oh,
To the team that won is not better than the team that lost to the Heat to LeBron.
oh yeah, the James Harden Jank.
oh
They're not.
yeah.
That team that won last year is not better than that team.
No, they're not. They're not.
Because no. The reason why they are is because you got James Harden, Westbrook, and KD, and that matches with Shea, J-Dub, and Shet. But Cephalosha and Kendrick Perkins ain't gonna beat out.
Yeah, but Serge Ibaka in his prime will.
You got Serge.
Forgot about Serge.
You got
Serge
Serge.
was yamming. It wasn't Kendrick Perkins. Serge was it was Cephalosha for sure. But
Now,
we gonna live with that. That's Dort. I live with that. You got that. That's Lou Dort.
You
But
not
what you gonna do with Serge? You not doing nothing with Serge. Chet ain't doing nothing with Serge. He was.
Nothing.
Do we gotta put? Hey man. Hey. Those highlights when he was on the Thunder look disgusting.
I forgot about Serge Ibaka. I forgot about Serge. That's a really good.
You got Russ.
But
Cephalosha. You got Russ, Cephalosha, Reggie Jackson, Serge, Derek Fisher, James Harden, KD, Russ, Nick Collison. Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough. But once you get to like the Caruso, Kaysen, the two dudes that look the same, Wiggins and what's his name?
Wallace.
Wiggins and Shooter. Oh my gosh.
Shooter boy. You know, like all of those
Nah,
players,
they cold, bro. I ain't gonna lie. They cold this year.
They got players over there. And then you got the other Jalen Williams.
And if they lose, what's the conversation?
The conversation gonna be this. If they lose, it's gonna be bigger. It's gonna be a bigger upset than when because LeBron beat Golden State. There ain't no LeBron in the league right now. So especially not in the East. So if they lose, they're going to lose because either they lost to Joker. Joker could submit his legacy this year, boy. I tell you what, boy. And
y'all really don't think Luka can do it?
Luka can't.
He can't do it.
So why is Luka look as regarded as so great as he is? And why was the trade such a horrible trade if you still can't beat the teams you need to get over the hump?
He can't do it.
It was a horrible trade for this very reason. I just led this team to the championship off a double McBurger with cheese. I just led them to the chip.
It wasn't with double burger with cheese, though. Oh, you talking about him? He was off the cheese. Yeah, he was off cheese.
That's what I'm saying. With cheese, I with cheese.
Royale
with cheese. I just led them to the chip. So for you to say that that's not good enough, y'all ain't been to a chip since Dirk got. It took Dirk 20 years to get to the chip. It took me 4.
Yeah,
I just,
and
I
we
just,
won.
and we lost. But next season, I mean, not even the full season. The next half of the season, you done traded me for AD, and he ain't played 20 games.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Me and my girl was walking past. They have Luka headlined on a mural next to other NBA players on on one of the buildings. I said, "Babe, look." I said, "Look right there. That's Luka right there. That's the dude that we just watched go crazy tonight." She said, "That's the same guy." Boy, his face looked like
Double cheese.
double royale with bacon. His neck looked crazy. His neck looked crazy. I would have traded your big ass too. Your big ass would have got traded too. I want to give, I want to give Nico a little grace. Luka's great. Luka's
He
great.
looked nasty.
Luka's great. With AD, respectfully, we're like the 7th seed, 6th seed. This team is like the 7th seed, 6th seed with AD right now.
With this team this year, starting off with no LeBron and no AD.
Well, AD was, that's how, he's
play.
eating. He don't want to play there.
Yeah.
He's eating. He got surgery during the season. He don't want to play.
He ain't playing.
But if he wanted to play and he was with the Lakers,
you think
we'd be like the 6th, 7th seed.
We'll be exactly where we was last year.
We'd be playing Lakers.
For sure. And we are certified Lakers in now. But if the conversation ain't we ain't going to win.
Yeah.
We talking about the Thunder about to sweep it. It don't matter with Luka on our team or not.
Well,
it don't matter with whoever on the other team. Shea about to come in and kill everybody. Thunder about to come in and just murk it all.
I love my brother. LeBron James, brother. $54 million is not the play that you worth right now. And if we had a little bit more money to go in the offseason and have gotten something, whoop-de-doo. What do you say? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? We'd be able to use some of that money. That 54 mil just this year, you getting 54? Yeah, you can't get you got to settle for Marcus Smart. You know what I'm saying? You got to settle. All right, now, if you could flip some of these players, all right, boom. You go out there and you flip Dalton Connect and what's his name? Gabe Vincent and a future first round, and you can go get Herb Jones, and then you turn around and you trade Vando and Kleber and another first round, and you go get another like athletic wing type player. Okay, now we cooking with grease because we need like the athletic build that we need. The only person that fits that mold is Jake LaRavia. You can't. Hey, that can't be the only.
The thing is history always tells us what type of champions win.
Right.
It's the teams that finish top 5 in offense and top 5 in defense. Over the last 20 champions, I think there was only like 2 that didn't do that. The Lakers are cooked. The Lakers
LeBron James.
Ain't no more.
LeBron James.
All right, and let me tell you,
Bodie.
If you need a LeBron to root for, the LeBron James to root for this season, Joker. That's your best bet.
The Nuggets are so ugly. I would never.
He's the legacy killer though. He can go in there and he can beat the Thunder.
That nigga, why he get crowned that? Who legacy he killed?
All right, to beat the Lakers, man. Me. We had a chip. We had
Yeah.
a chip, and he folded us.
Yeah,
1,
that
2, 3.
2021 team should have won a chip.
We had a chip.
Yeah. He forwarded us.
He
He
folded
forwarded us. Then the next year, 4-1 us.
1. Jamal Murray fade.
Yeah, because that team was actually pretty nice with DeAndre Drummond and Marcus Gasol and
Yeah,
we
who
had
else?
Martrez Harrell.
Prezi.
Yeah.
That team was
Yeah,
straight
we was
with
kinda
Dennis.
straight.
We was kind of straight with Kuz
He was straight.
and Alex. We was kind of straight. We was buns.
And let me tell you something.
Why we have all those bigs for Joker, and we should have just brought Dwight back and JaVale back.
But the thing about it is, Joker was like, Drew was telling us that this dude was good, and we wasn't even watching, bro. We was still like, yeah, he a little bit pudgy. You know what I mean? Yeah, we not watching that. Until he folded us. And then we said, you know what?
Yeah. I mean, I said once they change their offense and start running through Joker, they're going to be dangerous. I said once they realize that that's the best player, not Jamal Murray, then they're going to be a dangerous team.
Nah, but
and they literally did that the next year.
But they flipped Grant for Aaron Gordon, and that's cheating.
Yeah, you get AG, Brucey Brown started playing well, but you get Christian Brown in the
Kansas
as a rook. But you gotta be like if you not gonna play defense, it has to be the Allen Iverson role. You gotta have everybody else that plays defense around you. So Joker, although he can't slide, he still leads the league in steals and deflections. So you still can't throw any lazy pass around him. He just can't slide. But you still got defenders or people that can defend or are willing to defend around him. There's too many players on the Lakers that just cannot defend. If
Right.
LeBron James is your best on-ball defender in the starting lineup, you're done.
Yeah, no, that right there is the reason why the Lakers got to make a move.
That right there is facts.
No lie. That's the biggest thing. I just think when it comes to the Thunder, the reason why the East, ain't nobody in the East got a chance. They gonna probably go undefeated
in the finals
against the East.
I got my money on the Knicks.
I want them to win too.
I got my money on the Knicks because they started 5, the best starting 5. And if you want to bring in goddamn one of them no-name dreadhead niggas with the same number, then I'm going to bring in Josh Hart, and I'm going to just hope that Brunson passed the ball and Cat passed the ball that game. That's serious.
That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying is this. Yes, they match up.
Y'all going to rely on dudes?
I'm going to rely on him to pass the ball, and I'm relying on Hart to do Hart stuff, which is Dort stuff, which is get you MVP in the finals if you equal out a dollar stuff. So that's what I just expect Josh Hart to do because he the most sweatiest in the league.
Yeah, but the thing about it,
he is the king sweat.
For sure. Him, no.
He's king sweat. I think he averages in his career 8 rebounds.
Yeah. Bro, offensive. And they're all offensive.
He is king sweat. There is other than Westbrook, he's king sweat.
For sure. He's prime.
Westbrook is like alpha omega.
It goes Westbrook, Giannis.
Right. Yeah,
Prime Giannis is sweating.
Giannis sweating.
But as a role player, ain't nobody sweat like Josh Hart, boy.
Nobody. Nah, there ain't nobody. Nobody.
What? The Thunder versus Knicks finals would have a lot of ratings. But let me
Gary
tell you,
Payton championship Warriors though. That's a good argument though for Sweat. Gary Payton the second. The
Dennis
Warriors.
Dennis Rodman might be King Sweat.
Sweat.
Yeah,
He don't
Sweat.
do nothing else.
But they don't do nothing. Yeah. But he don't do. Yeah, he don't even
But
put
he
the
just
ball
want
back up
he
though.
want to defend,
But he don't
foul.
even put the ball back up though.
No,
Like you,
no.
like you won't give me the 10, 10, 10, 5, and 5 stat line. Like,
I don't want it.
That's King Sweat though.
No, he went
Yeah.
out one game, Jay, and said, I don't want to score. He had a 0-20-20 game.
Yeah, and I'm glad he got cut. I'm glad every team cut him. I'm glad because no, I don't want you on my team. Like I respect you, dog. I respect you, bro. Put the ball back up, bro.
Why is he during the game rebounding instead of the coaches? He's rebounding for his teammates. They said, I'm gonna pass you the ball because I need to see how you want it.
I didn't see how you want it off the glass, bro. Can you come out here for warm-ups and warm up, bro?
I
am warming up.
Yeah. That's the thing. I would love to play with a Dennis Rodman. You know what I mean? I'd be like this, hey, I'm shooting whatever. And he willing to go get it and say, yeah, try again. I said, I'm ready. I'm gonna put up 40 shots tonight. You're gonna see something epic playing with Dennis Rodman. But the thing, like, the reason why even the Knicks, who match up well against the Thunder, will have that problem is, man, you thought my man was tripping. Brunson was dealing with something with Indiana last year with all the players that they was throwing at him to guard and Nembhard and all of them. Boy, when they sick Lou Dort, Kaysen, Caruso, when they sick them on him,
they got 8 players that are in the top 10 defensively.
I ain't
individual defensive rated.
Oh, SB. I ain't even talking about SB. What's his name? Lefty dude.
Yeah. He cold too.
That went to SB, Ajay, or something like that. Mitchell. But yeah. Shit, we close it up like that. Y'all have anything else y'all want to say before anything else y'all want to talk about before we got here?
I got one thing. I got into it. I wouldn't say I got into it, but I let somebody know a piece of my mind.
What's up?
I've been seeing a lot of stuff about Tim Duncan's better than Kobe on the all-time list.
That's blasphemy.
And I had to let somebody know, no, he's not.
That's blasphemy.
And why he's not. But, you know.
Doesn't Tim only got 1 MVP as well, though?
No, he got 2. That's the reason.
That's the argument, I guess.
Right. But the year he got his second MVP.
Well, bigs always get praise over guards.
Right. Okay.
And Kobe gets hold, though. Kobe, like, that's a known thing. He gets hold. That's a known thing that has nothing to do with, like, respectfully. Well, let me ask the panel because I could be tripping. Is Luka better than Giannis?
No.
He's not better than Giannis.
All time, like, where they...
Is he a better basketball player than Giannis Antetokounmpo?
Yes.
Is he more skilled than Giannis?
Is he a better basketball player than Giannis? Is he
a better basketball player than Giannis?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
I think Giannis...
Now
that right there, that's a tough question. That's tough.
So that is where I feel like wherever you answer is where I feel like where you'll answer in this debate. And I feel like that kind of goes into your archetype of player. Because when you're talking about, it's hard to compare a big man to a guard. You can't really compare a big man to a guard because bigs need help to be dominant. like you have to get the ball to the big to be dominant, especially back in the day. So it's hard for you to compare a nigga who can just go like who's Kobe, who can get it off the rebound and literally don't have to pass
and
it
just go
and just won't pass the ball. Like you can do that every time down, and if you want to, and we've seen him do that. So I think with like a Tim, it's kind of your play style. Like everything is predicated on play style or your archetype of what you like. Because do I think skillfully on a basketball court is Tim Duncan in the same conversation as Kobe Bryant? No, you would be drunk to even think that. But if we're talking about putting the handicaps that basketball is required to have for these conversations, then I can understand why somebody's saying that. I don't think Giannis is better than Luka.
Right.
But skillfully.
But
if it were going off a basketball player, I'm gonna take a Giannis over a Luka.
Right. And that's the reason why I was like, okay, I gotta be dead this because I like Tim Duncan. But because I like Tim Duncan, I watched him and I watched it. And for all of the ways, Tim Duncan, I'm telling you this, Tim Duncan and Stephen Curry get the same credit. Don't nobody never say nothing bad about them. Everything's always praised. They go against everybody else. They got something to say about how they win this and how they win that. But except for them two. And Tim Duncan, if we
beat the GOATs.
Well, if we evaluate these players like we do everybody else, Tim Duncan averaged 5 points a game when they won the championship. 8 points a game against Miami. Tim Duncan wasn't Tim Duncan no more. The year that they lost and the year that they won, he wasn't Tim Duncan.
For sure.
Tim Duncan has 5 championships. Tim Duncan has never repeated as a champion in his career. Never. He gets there 1 year and then he gets his butt kicked for the next year and the next 2 years. There's also times to where Tim Duncan wasn't the best player on San Antonio. You see that with the Tony Parker year, the Kawhi year, and I'm not going to say like but series for series, sometimes Ginobili had to take over.
I was going to say long-haired Ginobili was going crazy for those Spurs teams. So
right.
I was looking at long-haired Ginobili like, who is this?
Right. And then the same ways that, that I just look at that and I say, the way you win or how you win or whatever does kind of matter and does boost you. So the fact, okay, you got 2 championships to where you beat LeBron, but you got young LeBron before he was ready. And then you got the Miami LeBron, which holds the most weight, but you did the least amount when you got that championship. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the truth in the matter. Now, if you want to say, okay, Kobe didn't.
And I had to beat Kobe, though, every time to get there.
And Kobe had to beat him every time to get his.
Yeah, which is the West.
And the way that Kobe got his was, I repeated in your prime.
It's Tim Duncan's resume. It's not resume. It's his championships. It's his championship teams that he beat better than Kobe's championship teams he beat.
They beat the same ones except for LeBron. Basically, he got one against Detroit. We lost to Detroit. He got one against New Jersey. We beat New Jersey too. He got one against who else?
Who they get one with David Robinson? Who they get one with that team?
Oh yeah, that was
the Knicks without
Pat.
They won with the Knicks, and then they won that one.
Was that the Allen Houston Knicks team?
Yes.
Oh, man, damn.
All I'm saying
didn't they 4-1 them?
Yeah, that team should have been there. I love that team, man. That team should have been there.
It
That
was
was
something nasty.
lockout year.
Yeah,
There was only 50-something games that year.
that was the year Charlie Ward. Yeah, that team should have made it.
Yeah,
And that's who
yeah.
Antonio won against. That's who Tim Duncan got finals MVP against. Was
So
Kirk.
Braun twice, Kurt Thomas, and
Bron twice, Kurt Thomas,
J.C.
Detroit,
Kidd in Detroit,
and
and Kobe got Boston, Orlando,
Iverson,
Iverson.
and we got
Reggie.
Reggie.
That was trash. That's like the next one.
Yeah.
And
Well,
Yeah, but that was their best. That was the best. Yeah,
it's like the next one because I respect it. I respect Reggie. I respect Reggie, but that team is not good.
well, you got Reggie. and
Like
James-
in this NBA today, they would easily be like lottery.
for sure, but they would, yeah, for
Easily.
I mean, okay, they'd be where the Suns are, because you got a bona fide 2, and you got Jalen Rose, which is like a fringe all-star. You know, he's not an all-star, but he's like under that. So like wherever Devin
no,
Booker,
that was kind of straight. You had Mark Jackson at the 1, so you had like a legit guard, point guard
Legit
that can
point
handle the game.
guard. He's like a top
You had a
20.
legit point guard. Then you had a J Rose and a Reggie. Then you had Rick Smith. You had the Davis brothers. Like you had defense. They would look like Detroit.
but I
They
mean
ain't got
that,
no K though.
You had
Reggie ain't no
Reggie.
K. Reggie
getting 30.
he ain't paid. He ain't
He
paid.
had
But,
to get 30.
yeah, but it'll be the D Book effect.
And then
He
who
go-
else? So they beat them, and then who was?
So it was them. Then it was Iverson. So it was Reggie, Iverson, Kidd, the White,
Boston,
and then
Magic.
then the big 3, the first big 3.
And my biggest thing is you repeated 2 different times. You went 3 in a row. Now you lost the first Boston one. You could have got to Mike, but you lost the first Boston one. Then you beat Orlando, and then you beat Boston on the back end.
Well,
But-
my thing is with the Tim Duncan argument is always going to be for your whole career you had the same things around you, right? So you've had Greg Popovich your whole career. You had Tony. Well, you had Tony Parker for 19 years out of your career. You had Ginobili for over 12 years out of your career. If one of them isn't in on your team, do you get 5? Do you even get your MVPs? You probably get 1, but you probably don't get back to back because your team's probably not good enough for you to even be in that conversation to get an MVP. So when you get consistency around you, like we see what happens when in college basketball, when it's a whole bunch of juniors on the same team, and you like, oh yeah, they're gonna be in the Final Four. I ain't even got to see what's out there. They're gonna beat the all freshman Duke. They're gonna beat the all freshman Kentucky just
Mhm.
because they've been here for 3 years. They know each other. So like when you get to play with the same people around you for 6, 8, 9 years in the NBA with the same coaches, like you had one coach. Kobe probably had 8 coaches?
Yeah.
Like you have different coaches. So game plan, strategy, who they want to bring in, all that stuff changes. When you can be player operations and coach, that means I'm drafting who I want and I get to coach them and I already have that overseas pipeline. Yeah,
Yeah.
Wemby ain't come over there by accident.
Right.
I got that overseas pipeline, so I already know what I'm doing over there. We already training people over there. Yeah, it's gonna be easy to play with guys and even like accomplish what you accomplished. Now you still got to do the job. So I'm not saying he ain't do the job.
Well, where do they
But-
have Kobe on? Where do y'all have Kobe on your all-time list? and we'll close out with these final statements. Where do you have Kobe on your all-time list?
Kobe top 3 to 5 for me.
What about you, Drew?
I got him there as well. And for me, it's the journey. For me, it's the journey. I like the
is
journey.
he still top 3 and 5 on your non, like, because there's your list and then there's the non-ejective list. Is he still 3 and 5 on the non-ejective list for y'all?
Yeah.
I
think he's better than Magic. I think he's better than Larry.
Yes.
I think that
he's better than Wilt.
He's better than Wilt Chamberlain. There's a case that he's not better than Kareem, which I'm okay with, right? And that would put him at the 4. You know,
4 range.
That'll put him at 4.
4 or 5 range, like you said.
But right. But once again, I think he is better than Kareem.
Right. I would put him.
Like this. It's funny because you said it. The thing that people knock Kobe on, oh, you play with Shaq. You had the Laker tall, everybody was 6'9" and up lineup, and you went back to back with them and all that. It's like nobody ever says any of that stuff to everybody else that wins.
Right.
You never hear as much as you should who people played with. The only person you do that to is Kobe.
Yeah.
So
because he's the only one that's nominally played with, like, who's got on the scene with a certified top 10 player, and Magic as well, but Magic's a point guard. So you kind of chuck up
Tim Duncan as well. Tim Duncan played with David Robinson.
Top 10 though. Like there's David Robinson like 25.
Well,
he's in there.
At the time, David Robinson was considered.
Well, at the time, for sure. But right. Tim wasn't at the time where he would. You know what I mean? Like you got to kind of match prime and prime at the end of the day.
Like you didn't even know Kobe was going to be Kobe. Tim Duncan was the number 1 pick.
Kobe was still prime. Like when Kobe became Kobe.
Right.
I guess that's what it is, right? You're seeing, because the year Shaq came is when Kobe came. We got drafted, right?
Yeah.
Or am I mistaken?
Yeah. No,
you're seeing that what that looks like to be quote unquote carried, right? Because you're getting carried, quote unquote, because you ain't playing. They winning games because all Shaq's back. If Shaq ain't getting 30, ain't there, then now you became your own. So now you prime and prime. I feel like that's the only reason why niggas hoe him is because we get to see the growth. But like Tim Duncan, he was the big dog. It's just the big dog. You get rid of David Robinson.
Dominant. Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't play with anybody dominant.
But he
didn't play with nobody dominant.
Is David Robinson was there from day one with Tim Duncan.
Yeah, but for like 4 years. So then you gone.
No. Until Tim Duncan came in 90.
I'm talking about with them. So Tim came in like 97, right? 98.
I think Tim came in before Kobe.
Tim was 95, 94.
Yes.
Was he? I thought he was. Yeah.
Tim came in before Kobe. I think Tim
came in. They played the same amount of years. I thought they came in like a year apart.
Yeah, I think it was like a year, maybe.
But I thought Tim came after.
Oh, Kobe. Tim came after.
Yeah.
1 year after.
Yeah. Oh, so 97?
He came in 97, 98 year.
Okay. So Tim.
I remember reading a book about that nigga as a kid. So I just remember him being at Wake Forest and getting drafted and all that.
Yep. Yeah, wait.
For 1, right? But he went to Wake Forest for what, 3 years? So he was just older. He was older.
Yeah, he was just older. He just old.
He goes there in 97. David Robinson, he leaves in 06.
No.
When did David Robinson retire?
Like 2002. Like
I want to say like 2001.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
03.
They won in 99, and he retired 2 years after that, or like a year after that.
Nah, he retired after they beat Detroit.
03. Yep, Detroit, 03.
Right. So 6 years.
Oh, so he got 2?
Yeah, he got 2.
Yeah, he has 2.
with Tim.
Mm-hmm.
The year he got there with Tim Duncan, he was MVP.
He was MVP.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Then I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, actually, no, he finished
He number 1 in score.
No, he finished 7th in MVP, 3rd in Defensive Player of the Year. I think he was like top.
What, the year he got drafted?
No, the year Tim Duncan. Yeah, the year Tim Duncan got drafted. I think he averaged. Hold on. The
Because
year he
I don't
averaged
want us to be confused and think David Robinson was
21.
playing. I don't want to say like David Robinson if he was playing like Alonzo Mourning when Dwayne Wade was on that team, or if he was actually like
Oh,
contributing.
nah. He was contributing. He averaged when Tim Duncan got there. He was averaging 23. By the time he left his career, he was still averaging a double-doubles. I mean, double figure points. So he's still in the mix, but he leaves after they win their second championship.
And with the installment that's in at that time of Ginobili and Tony Parker and Steven Jackson and like those guys. So like that's the reason why I just be like, he wasn't never out there playing with, and I love him, Jordan Farmar. You ain't playing with Fami.
Well, even if he was, it didn't look like that.
Yeah.
Even if he was, because I ain't gonna call out some players, but respectfully, Sean Elliott, there's players that I feel like were on that level, but they didn't look like that because you had Pop, and if you played, you was getting cussed out for, and you just wasn't gonna play.
Pop had to see one turnover to let you know you're not playing today.
Because Gary Neal got a contract, and he was mighty buns.
Gary,
who was hoping over there?
He was balling over there. And I'm telling you, if we had Pop, Smush Parker would have been in the Hall of Fame.
No, ain't no way. If we had Pop, Smush would have got cussed out every day.
Hey man, look, if you had a coach with some structure, what was it, Phil? Phil wanted him to be Ron Harper and Steve Kerr. That's all he think in his head. Phil was out there robbing people.
He said have
Zen Master.
Now the thing was the Lakers was being cheap. So you go and get Chucky Atkins and boo players like that. Kobe and Bender told you to trade for Jason Kidd. Y'all not listening to Kobe. You know, you're drafting Bynum. He had 2 left knees when you got him. And like, you know what I mean? You got Chris Mim here. Your team is boo. The only acquisition that you did that Kobe asked you to do was to go and get Fish back. Go make sure you get Fish. Now look.
If that's the only thing Kobe wanted you to do, you got to have a conversation with your star player.
And if Kobe tells you to go...
No, a real conversation. Yo, we can't just go get Fish, big dog.
No.
They're not listening to it. They're not listening. Like he said, man, can you just go get Fish then? I bet we can go get him.
Right. That I told y'all to get Jason Kidd. Y'all ain't want to do that. So just bring Fish back. Bring Fish, bring Phil, and the Lakers came up with getting the Pau Gasol trade, and the only player you kept from the Shaq trade was Lamar Odom. You traded Caron Butler. I don't even know why you traded for Brian Grant. That team was boo that Kobe won with. The last back-to-back championship teams, that team compared to all the rest of the champion teams.
I'll say that one is, well, they went back-to-back, but the Dallas Mavericks team wasn't all that good when you look at it on paper either.
It was, though.
JJ Barea was the star of that team, and that team was bad.
He was just little.
You got JJ Barea. You had
he was the star.
Terry. It was Jason Terry that was the second best player on that team.
Headache.
That team is just as bad as that Lakers
Oh,
repeat team.
uh, you had Karan Butler on that team. He got hurt though. But you
Yeah,
had
Karan ain't
C-Ron.
play.
you
Right.
Josh, who you had? You had Josh Howard on that team.
You
Yeah.
had Josh Howard.
You
You
had
had Tyson Chandler.
you had
Eric
Dan.
Dampier. Yo, I don't want to
Eric
talk about
Dampier.
this team. This team sucks. Y'all
No,
had the Matrix who was out there looking bad.
you had
Yeah, yeah, Tricks.
Studo.
Yeah, Tricks. Hey, that's a bad team.
That
No,
team is bad.
it ain't worse than DJ Banker.
DJ
No,
Mega
it's
ain't
not.
played though. I don't even know who they 15 nigga
Worse,
is.
ain't worse than Josh Powell,
Adam Morrison.
Adam Morrison.
Yeah, that's bad. Those are some bad players.
His teams was bad.
That's
It
some
was
bad
bad.
players. Wasn't Steve Blake on that team too?
No, he came after. See,
Yeah.
that's what I'm talking about. They ain't listening to Kobe when he tell you who to go get.
Yeah, y'all had Chris Mims on some championship teams too.
Boo boo.
Yeah, he's bad.
If Luke
But,
Walton is your second guy coming off the bench,
Luke
you
Walton
know
started.
you.
Luke Walton was
No,
playing. Was he?
Devin.
He was playing a lot, wasn't he? He was playing.
Devin.
He was playing
Devin
a lot,
Jones.
wasn't he?
Yes, Luke Walton got the nod.
But Luke was a nice. Why we disrespecting Luke?
IQ.
Like,
He can
Guard,
pass it.
he was
He's
nice.
a cold.
He had to guard Paul Pierce. He was getting cooked.
what was Paul Pierce?
That's exactly. He can't guard Ray.
Well, yeah, top 75, both of them. You're getting cooked regardless.
Getting cooked. So you go
Just
out
do
there.
something.
Well,
Do something.
I wish you could.
He was. He did something. He did something enough to win him a chip. Not back. Not another one.
Make sure you pass that down there to Kobe and you get out there.
Yeah.
Out of there. You know what I mean? But look, for what it's worth, like I said, I like Tim Duncan. I just don't think that his career and how he won and who he was when he won stacks up to who Kobe was when he won and how he got his. I just think that. But I don't know. I mean, maybe he is in Tim Duncan better than KD?
No.
No.
Is Tim Duncan?
Yeah.
No.
It's
Is Tim
KD.
Duncan better than Steph? I got them at the same spot in my list.
So you have KD over Steph.
Me personally,
Yeah.
I have KD over Steph.
I have
Yeah.
Steph over KD.
You guys, I have Steph over KD too. Where do you guys have Magic and KD?
I got Magic over KD because I got Steph
I got
over
Magic over KD.
And Magic's the best point guard of all time.
Okay. So if I say that the top four are Michael, Bron, Kobe, Kareem, however y'all want to put those four, then from 5 down, you have the Magic, the Steph. Do you think that Magic and Steph are better than Shaq?
Respectfully, I don't have Kareem as high as y'all have Kareem.
Okay.
I don't have Kareem as high. Mine is it's MJ, Bron, Kobe, Magic. And then from there I go. I don't think KD's top 5. I don't think KD's top 5, but I'll put KD at like somewhere like 7. I think for me, I just don't think I've seen a more dominant player than Shaq. So I gotta go Shaq in the 5.
That's my same 5 right there.
Yeah, I go Shaq in the top 5. From there,
Guys,
then
really?
I'll throw in like Kareem.
That
And
nigga was
then
punching niggas shit out, bro. That nigga was literally
Yeah.
pushing niggas, dunking on people, and they was falling.
I never
Breaking
seen nothing like
rams.
that.
No,
Okay.
I never seen nothing like that. But
I'm gonna put that over a Skyhook.
I'll tell you this though,
I
and it
heard that
gets nasty.
broken until LeBron James has to come and break that record?
Well, it's because you're not doing nothing else. And you're not 360 pounds running at 20 miles an hour, respectfully.
I'm shooting at a 68 clip from the field.
Yeah.
I'm sky hooking you to death, and I'm
for
shooting
sure.
8 from the free throw line.
Absolutely.
And I got 6 chips.
And I'm able to do this for 22 years because of the style of play that I play. Shaq couldn't do that for 22 years.
Because he wanted to eat.
Because of his style of play.
It's different.
Even if he wasn't eating, his style of play would not allow him to play for 22 years.
Kareem had how many chips with Magic?
I don't mind the Shaq over Kareem thing. I was just kind of really just asking. I don't mind it because I do think that Shaq is the most dominant player.
Kareem got 3 with Magic, right? Or they got 5, and he got 5, right? He got all 5 or 4 because he has.
No, he got.
How much chips?
Magic has 4 chips, right?
5. How many Kareem does Cap have?
6.
Cap has 6. So you got 5 championships with the other person I put in the top 5.
Right.
That means how many championships did you go by yourself?
1.
Shaq went there. He went there 3 times. But he went with D Wade too.
Yeah. Shaq does have.
He got 4.
So he has 4. But Magic ain't win nothing without Kareem.
No. Because
he didn't. Because
he's a point guard.
But at the same time,
he got there.
Magic went to the championship by himself.
He got there against Michael.
Yeah, that nigga was with Vlade and 91 years old.
And
that lets you know how good Magic is.
Yeah, that's why he gets the nod, because he took Vlade Divac to somewhere he ain't never been since, right? So that's why Magic, I don't mind Magic getting that nod even over Kareem. I was just thinking so the top 5 players to us who ever played are the guys that we named, and the 5th guy would be Shaq, and you wouldn't see another quote unquote big till 8 and 9.
No,
yeah,
I have the bigs coming in flow right around there.
Yeah, I got Tim at 10, and then I got Steph at 11.
You got Steph at 11.
I got Steph
I have
outside.
Steph lower. Yeah, I have Steph lower than the bigs because all the bigs I'm not going to disrespect everybody.
Yeah, I can't disrespect Will in the 50 and 30.
Yeah,
I can't keep disrespecting that.
So Steph's not better than Kareem.
No.
Steph's not better than Will.
No.
Will only got 1. He was bunched though.
If Will Chamberlain was on any team with a team, he's not only getting 1. He had to run into a nigga who has the most chips of all time every single time. It's not that he was playing against different people. He was running into the same nigga who has the most chips of all time.
He lost to Walt Clyde Frazier and Phil Jackson from the Knicks. He lost
once. And outside of that, I had to play Bill Russell and the goddamn Celtics every year.
Yeah, you can't get.
I can't keep hoeing him. He had 100 points.
He got 100. Okay.
I don't care about 1 chip. The nigga had 100 points, and he was only dunking the basketball. He was not doing nothing else. He was dunking and laying up. Steph shoots 3s and still ain't hit 100 points.
Yeah. No, okay, so Steph is outside the top 10 to y'all.
For me.
Too.
Him and Tim Duncan are right there at 10 and 11.
Is there anything he could do to get into the top 5?
Who?
Steph.
I mean, I think you're stamped, but I will put him above. I will put him above Tim if he won another chip.
Okay.
If he won another chip,
you have 5 now. What am I putting you over? You have 1. You the MVP.
Well, just because you've been spearheading your championships. You've been spearheading your championships.
Yeah, but it looks different. He's the best shooter of all time. So if he wins another champion, it won't be because he's running the show. it's going to be because he's the best shooter of all time. He's going to contribute.
I think
if he has to drop 40 points a game, they not winning another chip.
I think Steph better than Tim Duncan right now. I think Steph's probably in my top 10. He creeped in. I think so. I think he yeah.
I got Steph better than KG. I got Steph better than.
Yeah, for sure.
I got Steph better than Bill.
Yeah, for sure.
I got Steph better than. It probably for me it goes Will. Probably go Kareem, Will. So that's like 5, 6, 7. Then I'll go
Steph.
Honestly, bro, I'm going Tim.
Tim over Steph, bro. I think Tim's over Steph.
I'm going Tim, bro.
You gotta go Tim over Steph.
I'm going Tim, bro.
You gotta go Tim over Steph.
Oh, the unanimous MVP?
I'm going Tim over Steph, bro.
Back to back?
I'm going Tim over Steph, bro.
I'm going Tim.
I'm going Tim.
Tough though. I'm not mad at it. I'm really not mad at it. I just think, yeah, I'm not mad at it.
I can't keep disrespecting bigs because guards do more. Like they're more flashy. I can't just keep disrespecting bigs.
But there's a big on the way that has flipped that narrative, which is Joker. You get what I'm saying?
Giannis.
And
it's gonna get nasty.
You know what I mean?
Because I almost put Giannis right. Bro, it took everything out of me because I respect you being like the best player in your position. So I can't keep putting a bunch of number 2s and 3 guys at their positions over number 1s in their positions. And I was almost about to say Giannis because I think he just ain't got the hardware. He don't have the hardware to say he's better than Tim Duncan.
But he's in one of them situations where you weren't built around to get the hardware. When you did have the team, you were hurt, and then the next year they got rid of everybody.
Yeah, but even that being the case, boy, you got to get more than one chip to hit this list.
Yeah, for sure. But if Giannis gets traded to the Lakers, and he come play with Luka and LeBron, and he's gonna get 2 more chips.
Yeah.
So then it's like, then he instantly gets into the top 10.
And that's the reason why he thinking about leaving. Because he know in order for him to get in that conversation, same thing KD knew. You know what I mean? Same thing KD knew. In order for me to get into that room, I might have to move stuff around.
I think KD and Steph, to me, fall around in the same number. I have Larry a lot lower than most people. I have Larry in my top 10, but I don't.
Larry's in the 10.
But I have
Larry above KD.
I have KD above Larry.
Yeah, I got Larry above KD. So it's the top 5. It's the top 5, and then I go Kareem, Wilt at 6 and 7, and then it's Larry, and then it's KD, and then it's Tim, and then I go Steph.
Larry, KD, Tim. You think KD better than Tim Duncan?
I do. When you are 50, 40, 90 club for your entire career, and the only times you've missed it have been by.
Are we talking about skill? Like, are we talking about better?
I'm talking about every team you've been on. Better. You've been the number 1 guy. Every team, even against the Warriors, that team lost. That team went 73-9. Lost, got you, and you was the best player on that team.
Drew, the way that you win gotta mean something, B.
It do, but that's the reason why I got those guys a little lower, and I got Kobe so high because Kobe didn't have the same type of numbers, the same type of hardware. But like I said, it's the journey. Even sometimes when people ask me about like who do I think is better, LeBron or Kobe, I always say Kobe because I like the journey. Yeah, the journey to me is everything.
But so I put chips higher than MVPs personally.
I do
too.
So it does. So it don't matter hardware to who. You know what I mean? Like it's hardware if you're comparing it. Like you know what I mean? Like we're talking MVPs. You know,
and MVPs are kind of like the frosting on it. Like
unless you're like dominant, like when LeBron was winning his and he got hold a few times, he got hold out of a MVP and a Defensive Player of the Year.
for
Like
sure.
when you that
Well,
dominant, you like, bruh, there's nothing you can do.
when we know that as a basketball community, that like they kind of got you on that. Like we know that they got Kobe for a few MVPs, they got LeBron for a few MVPs.
I just don't when Kobe gets. I don't like to, because all right. And this will be the last conversation. Let's kind of wrap it up. You make it quick if we can.
Yeah.
Who are the biggest snubs? Who are the top 3 snubs that we can agree that feel like got robbed for an MVP?
Should have more MVPs.
And what year? No, not should, because what year too? Because you got to think about the year too. Because we can say who should, but you're taking away somebody's for somebody. Because you said that, that's what came to the question. Because you said Kobe, and then I just came to my mind like, yeah, he deserves more MVPs in the career that he had for sure. But the years that he was up for MVPs, who are we taking the MVP away that we would feel like is rightfully so that he gets that over that, and what year or whatever?
I think I would
because Shaq says one of his MVPs are Steve Nash's.
Yeah,
but if Shaq gets one of his Steve Nash's MVPs and Kobe gets the other Steve Nash MVP, we trying to say Steve Nash don't deserve no MVP. like that's kind of crazy. Like
15, 13, and 5 rebounds was considered crazy at one point, but it's not crazier than 36, 5, and 5. Or 36, 6, and 5. Like that's just
8th seed versus 1st seed though. So we got in comparison. I don't want to say that was what it is. I just want to comparisons matter. You know what I mean? That does matter.
It does.
Because you wouldn't say that's a snub though. Like you wouldn't say the best player on the number 1 team gets the MVP over the best player on the 8th seed team. You wouldn't say that was a snub.
I think the only
on the 7th, you have the Lakers at the number 7 seed with Kwame Brown, Chris Mihm, Smush Parker, and Luke Walton in your starting lineup, and you're averaging 30, 36 points a game, 5 and 6, and Steve Nash has a really good built team that was already good before he got there. And so he gets there and gets 13 and 13, and he gets the MVP. I get it. You're like the number 2 seed or whatever in the league. But I look at that and I was like, it didn't necessarily used to be that. That's when the narrative started to change. What's the name won his MVP as a number 3 seed or number 4 seed? I think
Westbrook won it as a 6 seed, but I don't. But that's because they hold the nigga from the year he got because they gave it to Harden. They gave it to Harden.
But I think if you do something that we haven't seen, you have to consider that person for MVP.
I think he gets it I think they get it if they're the 4th seed, and there's not a competition at all.
But it's at that point it's not even really the seeding, because without you on the court, you will be the last team in the NBA.
For sure.
So the fact that you're getting 38 a game, 36 a game, that we haven't seen since MJ do it, then that's like you're doing something just to keep your team in the playoffs. And you didn't just barely get in at 8th seed. Like you got in at 7th seed.
Jordan, I just looked this up so I know this off the top of my head. Jordan wasn't winning his MVPs until his team was winning. And he came in the league averaging 30. So I don't like that. I agree with that narrative that winning has changed, but I feel like I don't feel like it's changed. The narrative hasn't changed as much as we say it has, other than it's now known as that. Like it's now known as that versus it being an underlying messaging before, because Allen Iverson doesn't get the MVP if they're not the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference.
What seed was KG when he won his?
They were the
Because
second
that
seed.
was what 04?
Yeah, they were the second seed.
Yeah.
They were second seed.
Yeah, I just saw this too. I was literally
Okay.
just looking certain things up.
But-
Like he was the second seed or first seed because I know that they were the top 2 seed and the underdogs when they lost in the semifinals. They didn't even make it to the Western.
And I think that those things are. I'm not against you had a better record, so like all of. I'm
But
not.
I
against-
don't like. But that wouldn't. That's a whole the kind of that's
Yeah,
that's like a.
It's a cop out.
Yeah, like you got it because you know why you got that. Like, and I don't like, but
Yeah.
do we agree with that? Like, do it like if we agree, I don't necessarily always 100% always agree with that. That's why I said, what's the top 3 snubs that we could think of, like that we can. You're saying one of the years, Kobe. You saying the Steve Nash year, Kobe got it.
Yeah.
Is a snub.
Steve Nash was never the best player in the NBA. Never.
I
Steve
mean, if you take Steve Nash off that Suns team, they're dog water.
No, they're not.
They are. They weren't the best team in the Western Conference with Steve Nash. They were at 4th seed with Stephon Marbury. They were a good team. And Jason Kidd, they were a good team. But if you take them off, you become the number 1 seed team in revolution and change the game basketball is played today.
No, but that's the whole thing because since you're a basketball historian, you know that was the same year that the rules changed to where the freedom of movement and stuff actually came into the NBA
for sure
season. So
The
like
zone.
the zone,
They didn't play no defense, so they put zone back in the league.
and so that's when Steve Nash got to heighten his quote unquote like free movement and go through the paint and dribble around in circles until he found somebody. But like you said, Jason Kidd had that team really well before he left. Stephon Marbury had that team. They almost beat San Antonio. They lost in Game 7 against San Antonio before Steve Nash got there. They had Joe Johnson on that team. They had Barbosa on that team. They had like Amari Stoudemire. That team, you remove Steve Nash off of that team and you place him on the Lakers. You give Kobe.
Well, no, it's different. We not saying we just had the conversation with the best players of all time, and Steve Nash name didn't even get snipped in this, and nothing.
That's the reason why
I think you give Kobe one. I think you get Kobe one for sure.
Yeah, well,
I think Steve Nash deserves one. I don't know if he deserves 2, but he deserves
Steve Nash one.
I don't know what year you want to take it away. I just think he deserves one.
It's the 06 year. So Shaq said he wanted it 05, 04. Well, 04, 05. But Kobe was 06 because that's when he had hit 81 points that 06 year. That 05, 06. So Nash got back-to-back MVPs. I think one of those definitely should have went to Kobe. I think easily, if we're talking about more recently, I think Joel Embiid does not need an MVP.
No.
Joel Embiid does not need an MVP. You get that to Jokic, which puts him at 4 in a row.
And I think James Harden don't need his MVP. LeBron needs one of them.
Boom.
Because if you're going to do the same thing with D Rose, they got first seed.
He don't need one. He don't need his. That's the biggest snub right there. That nigga don't need one. That boy averaged 25 and 4. That boy would be mid-pack point guard today.
Right. What? Yeah.
Well, just the way he looked. His eye test was.
You got first overall though against Miami.
Yeah, but
Cleveland. Miami Bronze.
Y'all boys average 75 points a game. What
it's nasty.
Y'all was locking shit for sure. Y'all had Jim King. Y'all boys had Luol Deng. Y'all had all them defenders for sure.
Bulls. You had Bulls.
I don't want to hear it. That's a snub if I ain't never heard of one.
Yeah, just because
that could be one.
Crazy that year. So did Bron, who went
Bron
crazy.
went nuclear that year. That was the year that he got hold for his defensive player of the year.
See,
Yeah.
I think that those things, I'll just be like this. Okay. Almost the same thing that it was for Steve Nash, it kind of was in a way for Derrick Rose. I would even give Derrick Rose a little bump better than Steve Nash because of this factor. D Rose, the eye test told you that he was probably the best in the league. You know what I mean? Kind of like D Rose had an Iverson year, but Iverson had 35, 34 games. You know what I mean? To where you looked at D Rose and said, man, his team actually kind of sucks. And he right here, and he doing this to Bron and D Wade, this disrespectful, right? He's cold. No, but you know that he wasn't the best player in the league. You just know he wasn't. The same thing with Steve Nash. Nobody in that time was ever picking Steve Nash over Tim Duncan, over Shaq, over KG, over none of Kobe, none of them players that
It
he was.
just looked different for D Rose because you had Nash that was like, I know that you not gonna be the problem. It's you diming it to your teammates. This is the reason why I never really considered like assists to be. I never hold the assist stat as some high remark, right? Because I can pass it 1,000 times a game, and that one person only give me 4 assists. That guy, it's more so on that guy's skill set than my ability to get him the ball. So I don't really hold the assist that high
Unless,
for me personally. For
unless you're
me
a
personally.
special passer, though, because
Unless you're doing like some Bron Jokic stuff where it's like, oh, I see you doing that. You finna come over here. Hey, you go corner real quick. You lift when I hit this. All right, but if you doing that, then I'm like, oh yeah, you diamond. Like you diamond at that point because you picking apart everything. But if you just running fast break and you just got fast players on your team and you just getting the ball, throwing it up to somebody athletic, like I can average 10 assists with Giannis. I
right,
ain't doing nothing though. I'm just throwing it to Giannis. And I
yeah,
feel like he did that a lot. The reason why D Rose stuff looked kind of crazy is because he was trying to like attack people by just like, I'm just gonna score. So it looked a lot different. Like when you see a lot of people being frustrated playing up against him that MVP year. When you see him going against the Knicks and he got mellow, like, bro, what do we do? He going up against Kobe and Kobe like, bro, what do we do? He going up against Bron and Wade that year. And it's like, bro, what do we do? Like the only way you can stop D Rose is if you do get him in a series. Now it's like, bro, I'm gonna just double you all game. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
gonna put a big player on you all game, and I'm gonna force Luol Deng to shoot. I'm forcing all these other guys to shoot, and we gonna live with the results. Like
right,
it's better
oh,
to play a team like that, D Rose, like a Iverson. Like it's better to play them
yeah,
in the playoffs where
right.
you could just, I'm gonna just guard you a certain way.
Yeah, I think it's easier to guard you than that. I'll just let you shoot. Well,
Right.
shoot that thing, boy.
Go for
Both of you, go ahead, shoot, shoot, shoot,
it.
shoot, shoot. You open, shoot it. Uh, but yeah, we can close out this episode. Before we get out of here, I want to leave y'all with a very special message. Wake up every day and strive for perfection. When you come up short, because you definitely will come up short, wake up and try again. I'm the name Uno. That is Laker Bill, and that is Drew. And we will see y'all on Tuesday. Peace.